and 2 weeks away. Channel 5's Bella Michaels spoke with a medical expert about how to stay safe in the heat.
The Valley is no stranger to the heat, but it's been a while since we've had to experience feels like temperatures in the triple digits. The heat can be dangerous if we're not prepared.
Oftentimes it'll start with heat cramps, so you'll feel a cramping in your muscles, feel like you have to stretch a little bit, particularly your legs, maybe your back, your arms. You don't have to start there though. Sometimes it goes straight to the symptoms of heat exhaustion, which would be lightheadedness.
Bottom three.
Something PSJA North 7-on-7 coach Mark Anthony Rendon experienced during his time as a former Border Patrol agent. Rendon remembers the day he suffered a heat stroke.
Kind of lost consciousness for a while, and then I ended up, they rushed me to the hospital. I remember waking up in the hospital and then being in the hospital for several days. They had to put medication through my IV just to keep my headaches down, and I went through several bags of IV just to get myself hydrated again.
He uses that experience to know what signs to look out for in his football players, since 7-on-7 requires them to be out playing in the heat all day.
If they complain of headaches or dizziness, I immediately get them out of the game, try to get them cool down.
Staying hydrated is key.
I hate to break it to everybody, but beer is actually not going to help you get hydrated. It actually works against you a little bit, so make sure you're drinking water on top of that.
While you should make sure to hydrate, Dr. Phillips points out that even when you're staying hydrated, heat stroke is still possible if your body temperature rises.
Anything in the air above 95 Fahrenheit, which is, every day here, even in the evenings in the valley, changes, especially with the humidity, our ability to sweat and release energy that way. So even if you are hydrating, your body temperature can still rise.
For players and fans near the turf, the temperature rises significantly.
I went ahead and brought a temperature gun, and I want to show you the difference on a grass field. So here it's reading 99.8. So here on the turf field and just on the edge, not on the main turf field, it goes up to 135.8.
Wow. Big difference.
Big difference.
A difference the football players feel instantly when stepping onto the turf.
Yeah, it burns our feet. Sometimes you have to go like tiptoes, all that stuff.
With the state 7-on-7 tournament coming up in College Station on June 22nd, Coach Rendon has been trying to prepare his players.
Because once they get to College Station, they're going to be playing approximately 3 to 5 games a day, on Saturday. So just exposing them to that, making sure we have the right personnel on the field, the rotation goes around, just to keep everybody fresh. I mean, that's one thing that, we try to prepare for.
Staying heat aware is not only for players and coaches, but for spectators too.
Especially if you were sitting watching a game for a while, for example, and you stand up and you feel lightheaded, take that as a sign you really need to go in. Definitely drink water, but get out of the heat. And that's the #1 piece of advice to give is get out of the heat.
Advice that extends to anyone who is outside for a prolonged period of time. In FAR, Bella Michaels, Channel 5 News this weekend.